Motivation is of course a good thing, but we are usually most motivated to do things we really like taking a vacation, for example. When we need to get the spring cleaning done, on the other hand, motivation is nowhere to be found. Motivation has its pitfalls, especially because it fluctuates according to how we feel. On a morning when you feel wonderful, it's easy to do a set of 20 push-ups before breakfast. But it's not so easy when you're hangovered. In addition, motivation actually decreases the more we do something because it gets really boring. Imagine if you had to rely on motivation alone to brush your teeth every morning. You would end up with a mouth full of cavities. Basically, motivation isn't enough to help you build positive habits. Willpower's benefits are well known to psychologists. One professor even had his students exercise their willpower for 2 weeks in order to improve their usual postures while sitting in the class. Not only did they sit up straighter in their lectures, they also showed greater levels of self-control in other areas of their lives. Every time you create a new positive habit, such as meditating each day, you flex your own willpower muscle. You can use this muscle for other activities too, such as cooking fresh food every day, staying in touch with your family, and anything else you would like to achieve. Willpower, unlike motivation, is dependable. You can build it up, and once you do it, you can rely on it. Mini habits are the most efficient investment for your limited willpower. Sure, you can try to make it a habit to do 100 push-ups every morning, but it's pretty likely that your willpower will buckle after you hit 20, and it won't be long before you open the cookie jar again. Willpower is fantastic, but it doesn't seem that way when you first start exercising it. So how can we strengthen our willpower when starting from scratch? The solution here is mini habits. You can avoid the loss of willpower with minor, almost ridiculously tiny goals. After all, the main threats to our willpower are effort, perceived difficulty, and fatigue. So why not choose a target that only takes a little effort? Picking an easy goal eliminates any perception of difficulty and is hard daunting enough to make you feel fatigued. In other words, it's a comprehensive cure for weak willpower. Mini habits also get you moving, and once you're in motion, you'll need less willpower to continue. As Newton's first law states, an object in motion will not change its velocity unless an external force acts upon it. In other words, the greatest hurdle we usually face is the first one, going from inertia to mobility. With a mini habit that helps you start small, you can be sure to start smoothly. In fact, you might even find out that you can achieve more than you set out to do. For instance, you might decide to do 5 push-ups, even though you only set your goal to be 1. Sure, it doesn't look like much on paper, but you'll be surprised of how pleased you're gonna be with yourself.